All right, folks, welcome back to your stats binomial probability distribution notes video number 2. Folks, some of you do not use the TI-84 Plus, and that is fine. Actually, that might be a tad better here. So we know how to use the calculator. Let's say I want to do 45, choose 4. All right, so we know how to use the calculator. Again, you're gonna be doing a lot of typing here with the old calculator. If I want to do this using this calc again, I would hit 45. I would go to math. I would go all the way over to probability. You guys are beginning to see that there's a lot of typing here, a lot of clicking. 45, and then choose 4, and then boom, I get my answer. Now, for some of you, and all your calculators are kind of made a little bit differently, but all of you should have, like on my calc, it's looking right at me. In CR, that's in choose R. So what I would do if I was using this calc, and a lot of you with the TI 30XS or the other Casios, have this looking right at you, or again, you have a probability button. Anyway, help each other find this, help each other use the calcs today. I would hit 45 and then choose 4. And boom, I like this calculator so much better in the stats courses that I have taken. All right, this is very, very quick. All right, so I try to show you how to do these calculations using both calculators. Anyway, folks, I finally have the answers to these written out. All right, so in this one, I want to be successful at least 9 times. That means I want to be successful 9, 10, 11, or 12 times. Again, if I was using this calc, here's how I would type in the first one. Again, out of the 12, I want to be successful on 9. My probability of success is that. Raise it to 9 successful times. My probability of failure is that. Raise it to 3 failures. So I would simply, and then you guys are going to use your calc to check your answers for the rest. If I was using the Casio here, I would do 12, choose 9. You should always then hit enter, okay? That's how many ways you can perform the surgery on 12 patients, and 9 of them can be successful, 220 ways. Then I would multiply that by, so times 0.87 to the 9th power. Then I would hit enter. And then times 0.13 to the 3rd power. All right. And it's 0.138, which is what I got there. Okay, so I'm not going to go through typing all these in, or else this is going to be like a 2-hour video. All right, again, if I want to be, the probability that 10 out of 12 are successful is the 0.277. Probability 11 out of 12 are successful is the 0.337. And the probability all 12 are successful, that's pretty easy. If I want to succeed on all 12 of them, just raise the probability of success to the 12th power, and then add up all 4 of those probabilities. All right, the probability that a cold call will make a sale is 0.13. What is the probability that you will make 3 or few sales after 20 cold calls? So X is a sale, the probability of X is 0.13. The probability that N is 20, that's how many calls you're making, sorry. I want the probability that X is less than or equal to 3. Yes, you're going to have to write all this out in your homework for full credit, as we talked about yesterday. So that's the probability X is 0, plus the probability X is 1, plus the probability X is 2, plus the probability that X is 3. Again, the probability that I make 0 calls means that I am unsuccessful on all 20 of them. So the probability of failure, which is 0.87, raise it to the 20th power. Plus, guys, in choose 1 is always in. So 20 choose 1 is going to be 20. All right. If I want to be successful on 1, that means on 1 of them, I'm going to be successful. So 0.13 to the 1st times 0.87 to the 19th. Then of my 20 calls, I want 2 to be successful. Probability of success, 0.13, raise it to the 2nd, times probability that I'm unsuccessful, 0.87, raise it to the 18th, plus probability I'm successful 3 times, that's 20, choose 3, times 0.13 to the 3rd, times 0.87 to the 17th. Again, we saw how we type those in. I'll do that last one, 20, choose 3 there, using the calc. So over here, that last one, 20, choose 3, so I would hit 20, go over, sorry, math, go over down here. Then I would hit enter. I want to be successful 3 times, so that's 0.13. I would raise it to the 3rd power. Again, I know your screen looks a little different than mine. And then I want to be unsuccessful 17 times, so 0.87, and then raise it to the 17th. All right, and that's how I get that number there of 0.235. Doing that 4 times there. All right, again, that's why I say start early on your homework and take your time. New York City has rain on about 16% of days in October. What is the probability that it will rain between 4 and 6 days inclusive next October? Inclusive means I'm including that 4 and 6. Probability of rain is 0.16. In is 31 days in October. X is a day it rains. I want the probability that X is between 4 and 6. That means probability X is 4 plus probability X is 5 plus probability X is 6. Again, pause this whenever you need to. So of the 31 days, I'm choosing 4 to be rainy. 0.16 probability of rain raised to the 4th power. So on 84% of the days it doesn't rain, so 0.84 raised to the 27 other days it doesn't rain. Plus 31 days, I want 5 of them to rain, so 31 choose 5. 0.16 to the 5th times 0.84 to the 26th. Plus 31 choose 6 times 0.16 to the 6th. And then 0.84 to the 25th. Add them all up. What is the probability that it will rain 3 or fewer days next October? 3 or fewer, I want the probability that X is less than or equal to 3. That's the probability it doesn't rain, plus the probability it rains once, plus the probability it rains twice, plus the probability it rains 3 times. All right? If it never rains, that means on 84% chance it doesn't rain, so 0.84 raised to the 34th power. Probability it rains once, 31 choose 1, times 0.16 to the 1st, times 0.84 to the 30th. Probability it rains 2 days is given like that. Probability it rains 3 days is given like that. Again, add up all those numbers right there. Help each other out. Help each other type these in. Again, we're going to talk. We have many more of these to do on Monday and Tuesday. We'll talk more, so don't worry. Just get down as much as you can. A lot of resources online to help you with it as well. Again, we'll talk more on Monday. Just need you to have these. 3% of components from a certain factory are defective. 20 components get placed in a box. What is the probability that each box, so a box you choose, I'm sorry, what's the probability that a box you choose has 0 or 1 defective components? So again, I'm going to change that. What is the probability that a box, not hat, I accidentally scratched out the T. All right, so X is a defective component. The probability it's defective is 0.03 and is 20. So I want the probability that X is 0 plus the probability that X is 1. Probability that X is 0, there's a 97% chance it's working. So you take 0.97, raise it to the 20th. Plus probability one of them is defective. Of the 20, I'm choosing 1 to be defective. 0.03 to the 1st times 0.97 to the 19th. This is a relatively quick question. There it is. And then this is, I think we have 2 more. All right. You are an 83% free throw shooter. Got to talk about those free throws again. And enter a competition where you shoot 25 free throws. What is the probability you make between 20 and 22 free throws inclusive in this competition? X is a made free throw. P is 0.83. N is 25. If I want 20 to 22 inclusive, that means I include 20 and 22. And also what's in between it? 21. So that's the probability X is 20, plus the probability X is 21, plus the probability X is 22. So probability X is 20 is 25, choose 20, 0.83 to the 20th, 0.17 to the 5th, plus 25 to 21, 0.83 to the 21st, 0.17 to the 4th. 25, choose 22, 0.83 to the 22nd, 0.17 to the 3rd. Add them all up. All right, again, take your time, practice using your calculadora. I wanted to do one more because you might have to use the complements. You might have to use the complement on some questions. Like this. Suppose that 10% of inmates in a large prison are actually innocent. a nonprofit group, maybe like the Innocence Project, randomly selects 20 inmates from this prison. Find the probability that of this 20, the group will find at least 2 innocent inmates. So probability of success of inmate being actually innocent is 0.10. N is 20. X is when an inmate is innocent. If I want to know the probability that X is greater than or equal to 2, that's the probability X is 2, 3, 4, ... all the way to 20. So I should probably do 1 minus the probability of getting 0 or 1 innocent inmates. So that's going to be a lot quicker. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 1 minus the probability that X is 0, and that means 90% of them are not innocent, so 0.9 to the 20th, plus probability 1 of them is innocent. Of the 20, I'm choosing 1 to be innocent. 0.1 raised to the first, 0.9 raised to the 19th. Add those two, subtracted from 1, 60.8% chance that of the 20, at least 2 will be innocent. What I want you to do here on, guys, on number 10 is just erase that. What's the probability you get 6 or 7 heads? And we'll go from there on Monday. All right, folks, make sure you have all these notes. This is Yak Math Videos signing out.